Hey everyone, Pam Herman here. Thank you for joining me on this quick tutorial. This is all about tracking your results. Now, I think you would all agree that what you measure improves. It's almost impossible for us to know within that contacting continuum where it is that we may be a little deficient in specific skill areas unless we can throw it all down into a spreadsheet and break it down into its smaller parts and analyze those smaller parts and see where it is. If there's an area where we may be underachieving a little bit, this is an opportunity for us to identify that skill area, do some little polishing of the rock, and then get you back in the game so that you can be highly effective at your contacting. So let's take a quick look at this spreadsheet. Now, what's really great about this is that we've got all of the formulas configured in the bottom part of this spreadsheet. All you need to be filling out is this content that's right up here at the top. So obviously if you meet somebody, you're going to throw the date in, their name, a little tickler as to where you met them, and then as you move through this continuum of contacting, you're going to put the digit 1 in these cells, these white cell areas right here. Okay, so the number 1 is the digit we want to use. So for example, if you followed up with Ms. Prospect 3 times, you wouldn't put the digit 1, or pardon me, the digit 3 in this column, because that will mess up the formula down here at the bottom. Just use the number 1 because you completed the action. Now let's talk a little bit about some baseline numbers that you want to be targeting. Okay, we recommend at a very, very minimum level, you're talking to 8 to 10 people a week. Now I know some pretty high achieving individuals in this industry. They're generating a lot of leads online. They're talking to 8 to 10 people a day. At a very minimum, you should be talking to 8 to 10 per week. And of those, here's the theory, of those people that you're contacting, if you're effective at asking some high-yielding questions to determine the need, and you identify the need and the mindset of your prospect is open to a solution, then the rule of thumb is about 60% of those individuals will let you present to them. Okay, so you'll see 60% down here. What you want to be tracking is this cell right here. This is going to tell you where you are in relation to this 60%. If you're below 60% here, that's an indication that there could be something going on in your initial contacting. Perhaps you're not keying into their emotional trigger words, why they would want to take action. You know, just be a little bit more aware of what's happening in this contacting piece. But you'll want to present to 60% of these contacts on this side. Okay? Now, here's the rule of thumb. Of the people that you present to, about 60% of them will be open to a follow-up. So you would call them up or meet them for coffee and say, hey, I want to get your feedback on that. About 60% is what you want to be targeting there. Now, I call everybody after a presentation, but not everybody is open to giving me their feedback. But we want to target about 60%. Now, here's the deal. If in your presentation you're setting up a solid call to action, then the follow-up and your effectiveness in this area is really pretty easy. This is one of the most difficult parts for builders, is the follow-up. There's a lot of fear associated with that. They don't know what questions are going to be asked. They didn't properly set up a call to action in the presentation, so they don't really know how to start the conversation over here. But this gives you an opportunity to say, hey, is my follow-up a little weak? I need to go in and do a little bit of skill development in that area. Now, here's the rule of thumb. Of these 60% that you follow up with, 90% of them will transact with you as a customer or as an associate. Now, this is huge because ultimately we could build a massive, massive organization if you become highly effective in these 3 areas right here. Okay, it doesn't take a whole lot to get to that point. It's a little bit of skill development and you're there. But the key thing is that you're tracking it, because again, what you measure, you are able to improve upon if you have an awareness of it. Okay, so 90% of all the people you follow up, but that's pretty significant. Based on this number right here, 8 to 10 contacts, that should be about 10 new customers or associates per month. And there isn't anybody that's doing that that's not building a big organization quickly. So that's what your target is. Okay. Go forward, use this device, this tracking system. If you'd like a copy of this, you can swipe this file, just drop me an email, put in the subject line conversion tracker, and I will send one right off to you. Thanks for listening, and best of luck.